Sluggish commute with heavy snowfall causing major slowdowns. A weather warning from Environment Canada hits the region hard with a major pileup on the 401. Good afternoon. This is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan. The snowfall forecast becoming more severe today. Environment Canada now saying Ottawa could get a bigger amount of snow than first thought. Totals in the ballpark of 35 centimeters, more likely with the region building a heavy, thick white blanket since 3 o'clock this morning. Let's take a live look at the roads right now where drivers have been challenged all day long. Wind gusts exceeding 30 kilometers per hour had snow drifting and covering road paint, making it a guessing game as to where the lanes were. And with nightfall approaching, that poor visibility is likely to worsen. First responders are hoping the warnings can prevent images like these. A pair of serious crashes closed a stretch of Highway 401 eastbound between Lansdowne and Mallorytown. Ontario Provincial Police say a child was taken to hospital with serious injuries, and there are multiple people with minor injuries, with some going to the hospital as well. Police say about 20 vehicles were involved, with many other vehicles getting trapped between the two collisions, creating major backups. The closure is expected to be lengthy. Police are asking people to avoid unnecessary travel. CTV's Caitlin Wilson joins us live from Iris Street with more on the struggles to get around the city today. Caitlin.
Yes, Stefan, I really can't think of a better day to stay home than today if you don't have to be out on the roads. We're outside of IKEA, just overlooking the Queensway. Traffic is moving pretty well. There's a tractor trailer and a car pulled over a short while ago. It was causing a bit of a slowdown, but roads are slick and slippery, so take your time if you do need to go out. Earlier today, police say they responded to about 100 collisions in eastern Ontario between 5 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 87 here in Ottawa. We spoke with several commuters today who say they knew a storm was coming, but they didn't expect conditions to deteriorate as quickly as they did. Environment Canada issuing an orange level snowfall warning, meaning we could see up to 35 centimeters of snow. Of course, the snow has caused some cancellations and delays of some city buses. The airport is also seeing some cancellations and delays, and school buses across the region and Ottawa have also been canceled. Right now, there are about 500 pieces of city equipment out working to clear those priority roads and sidewalks. We spoke with Bryden Denez earlier today. Here's what he had to say.
We do expect this storm to transition to lighter snow around 10 p.m. this evening, which means we'll continually be working plowing snow during this event on all of our transportation assets, and then moving into the cleanup phase of the storm later this evening into the overnight, where we'll work on, again, plowing our residential streets.
And police are urging people to stay home if they don't have to be out on the streets. Again, the snow is creating those slick and slippery conditions. The city has issued a parking ban from 7 o'clock tonight until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. The only cars that are allowed on the street are those with on-street parking permits. If not, you risk a ticket. And that's really to allow the city to get in and continue to clear those residential streets and sidewalks. Stefan?
All right, CTV's Caitlin Wilson reporting live for us. Thank you, Caitlin. Environment Canada's color-coded warning puts this system into the orange category, which means the impact level is high. And again, non-essential travel is discouraged. With more on this winter storm, let's go live to Jackie Perez, who is also outside for us today. Jackie.
Well, Stefan, this snow that we're seeing right now here, the snowflakes are a lot thicker and it's coming down, and the wind is really picking up too. So this is creating a lot of blowing snow moving in and around Ottawa. And taking a look at how long this is expected to last, so this is what's on a lot of people's mind. We are anticipating this, as Bryden Denez said, that it should lighten up by the time 10 o'clock rolls around. So the watches and warnings still in place for here in Ottawa and most of eastern Ontario. By the time Thursday evening into Friday, we should expect some clear conditions and lots of sunshine as we get into our Friday. But keep in mind, we are expecting another bout of snow moving through Friday evening. We'll have more on that in just a little bit. But right now, temperatures, that's another factor that has been on a lot of people's mind. Very cold temperatures temperatures right now sitting between minus 15 and 16 really throughout eastern Ontario. So we're battling the blowing snow, the snowfall, as well as the colder temperatures. Stefan.
All right, thank you for this, Jackie. And on a day like today, many are embracing all this fresh powder by hitting the slopes. Camp Fortune seeing plenty of people out on the slopes today as the snow continues. Snowboarders and skiers heading for the hills, not wanting to miss the opportunity to be one of the first to take advantage of a new batch of snow.
This season has been a great season. Lots of snow, cold temperatures, great snow, lots and lots of great snow. I think we're at 15 to 20 centimeters of snow. It's running really great today. A little bit cold, but you know what? That makes for great snow. It's nice and dry and fluffy and light.
Most of the ski hills in the region reporting conditions are good.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I was not expecting to see all the snow.
And of course, the nation's capital isn't alone when it comes to being hammered by this system. Some schools in parts of Ontario closed, and there were traffic chaos situations in Toronto and the Greater Toronto Area. Across the river in West Quebec, similar impacts are being felt. To the latest now on planned job cuts within the federal public service. Hundreds of federal employees are receiving layoff notices as the federal government begins to issue letters of potential job cuts. The cuts are part of the federal government's budget plan to cut 28,000 positions from its public service over the next 4 years. Several departments have started letting employees know that their jobs may be impacted by workforce adjustments. Those include global affairs, public services and procurement, shared services, and Statistics Canada. You can head to our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca, for a full list of departments impacted so far. Ottawa police say there will be increased police presence in the Beacon Hill South area, as well as in the Riverside South community over the coming days for an undisclosed criminal investigation. You may notice officers on Arrowsmith Drive in Beacon Hill South and on Covehead Crescent in Riverside South. In a social media post, police said there is no known threat to public safety at this time, and they will be providing updates as needed. In other news, an Ottawa councillor is calling on the province to keep a local alternative school open as parents raise concerns about the future of alternative schools in the capital. Councillor Teresa Kavanagh has written a letter to the Education Minister and OCDSB supervisor about the future of Regina Street Alternative School. That's in the Lincoln Heights area. Ottawa's English Public School Board says no new students are being enrolled in the school, including for kindergarten. Kavanagh says stopping kindergarten registrations at the school is a slow-motion closure, and she's calling on the province to reverse the decision. In the meantime, a big injection of cash is coming to the local arts scene here in the capital. Ottawa Centre MP Yasser Naqvi has announced more than $500,000 in federal funding for 3 performing arts and festival groups in the region. The money comes through the Canada Arts Presentation Fund and is being announced on behalf of Canadian Identity and Culture Minister Mark Miller.
Look, Ottawa is a festival city. We have some amazing festivals, and today we're investing over $800,000 in festivals like the Jazz Fest, the Chamber Fest, the Children's Festival, to make sure that these festivals continue to grow.
This money allows us to be sustainable and to just continue bringing arts to Ottawa at an accessible price.
The funding will support local festivals and art presenters with the aim of helping to strengthen communities and the creative economy across Ottawa.
Daniel Alfredson's 400th goal here, for me that was a special night.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, the home of the Ottawa Senators is marking a milestone, 3 decades and different names, but the same building that has made memories for tens of thousands. Stay with us.
This is it, the final week of Lazy Boy's inventory overstock sale with excess inventory of over $1 million hitting the floor. Huge savings up to 60% off. Visit a Lazy Boy Ottawa, Gatineau, or Kingston store today before these savings are gone.
Welcome back to CTV News at 5. As the snow continues to blanket the capital, city crews are busy working to clear priority roads, bus routes, sidewalks, and the winter cycling network. The city says it plans to get crews out to residential roads later this evening and overnight once major roads are done first. Today's radio question of the day is asking, how's the snow clearing in your neighborhood?
I'm about to hop on the O train. I am standing here at the corner of Scott and Holland, and nothing's been plowed. As a walker, I'm out of breath. Wishing everybody a safe commute home.
Christy Cameron is here with more, and Christy, it's so interesting to hear that listeners just say everyone wishing you a safe commute. Nothing's been done. You know, we tried an app so we could track and kind of see when the clearing was going to take place, and then it went away. But I hear other municipalities have apps that work.
There's something called geotag in the City of Toronto. So if you go to the City of Toronto's website, you can actually pull up this live and interactive map, and you can see all the live machinery, including the plows. So you can see where you are, you can see where the plow is, and you can make the connection. Okay, the snow plow's on its way. Unfortunately, in Ottawa, we did something different like 7 years ago.
Right.
Where's my plow? And it actually,
Where is my plow?
It didn't help. It actually resulted in the opposite. People were complaining more because the app was so inaccurate.
Oh, no.
So it was not what we wanted. I just had Councillor Tim Tierney call into the show. He said, we're looking at geotag, like the City of Toronto. And I guess secretly or privately behind the scenes, the City of Ottawa has been doing a bit of a pilot, doing a bit of a test drive to see if we can bring that here. And he sounded pretty confident, not for this winter.
I was about to say.
But for next winter, next season, that we can have it here.
All right.
Yeah.
Christy Cameron with the breaking news.
Yeah, but it's
tip.
not Where's My Plow 2.0. This one hopefully is proven.
All right. We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that next year for sure. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
You can join the conversation, leave a comment through the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen live to Christy Cameron on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 2 to 6. And now watch Christy's segments anytime on YouTube. Subscribe to the News Talk 580 CFRA page. Well, it's a building built to hold memories. The Canadian Tire Centre has now been around for 30 years, and that's 3 decades of helping to make NHL history, 3 decades of priceless time with loved ones, going to concert, and 3 decades of memories, some that are yet to be uncovered. Here's CTV's Tyler Fleming. Tyler.
Yeah, Stefan, 30 years ago today, fans poured through the doors of the Canadian Tire Centre for the first time. Back then, it was called the Palladium, and they were getting ready for a very special concert. That's Brian Adams, who played the first show, kicking off a new era for the city and a home to the Ottawa Senators, who played their first home game here against the Habs 2 days later. Countless of events have happened here, from wrestling to monster trucks and concerts. During that time, club president Cyril Leader was here and has been here as a key player from the start.
My first real task once we got the franchise was to oversee the building project and build the Palladium.
Some of his favorite moments:
World Juniors in 2009, the last second goal to tie the game against the Soviets. Daniel Alfredson's 400th goal here. For me, that was a special night.
And of course, the 2007 Stanley Cup Finals. And speaking of memorable, a time capsule was buried here 30 years ago, right there. It's been dug up. And this weekend, they're going to open it to see what's inside. Very exciting stuff, Stefan.
2-on-1 for the Senators. Cool. Brady Tkachuk keeps shoots. Scores!
Thanks for that, Tyler. Coming up on CTV News at 5, recapping an 8-point victory for the Sens, how the team took a bite out of the Big Apple's Rangers a little later. Here's another live check on traffic at this time. As you can see, the highway, Queensway 417, it's snow covered at the moment. Many vehicles are reducing their speeds out of necessity. Stay safe behind the wheel. We can see that the volume is a little lighter. I think a lot of people choosing to stay home and heed that advice of not being on the roads if you don't have to be. You're watching CTV News at 5.
If your sofa isn't as comfortable as it should be, it's probably time for an upgrade. Meet the Meyer sofa with modern clean lines and sink-in comfort you'll appreciate every day.
The Meyer is a customer family favorite. And during the Lazy Boys inventory overstock sale, you save over $1,000. Right now, it's only $21.99.
And it's also eligible for the scratch and save, so you can save even more. So hurry in, limited quantities at Lazy Boy, Ottawa, Gatineau, and Kingston today.
Coming up later tonight on CTV, E-Talk starts at 7, followed by Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage at 7:30. Hell's Kitchen starts at 8, 911 Nashville at 9, and Grey's Anatomy at 10. Now for another check on the weather forecast, let's go back outside to Jackie, who is live on our Bell Media Building's balcony tonight, Jackie.
Yes, so Stefan, we're just observing the snowfall here, and even just in the last 15 minutes, the snow has seemed to lighten slightly, but it is still steadily moving through here. So it has reduced the visibility on the roads, so be careful if you are out driving or if you are making your way home from your commute. Now, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and again, a reminder that non-essential travel should be avoided with all this blowing snow and reduced visibility out there. Current temperature is sitting around minus 16, and if you can see through the Centennial Glass Sky Cam, a little bit view of the Chateau Laurier and Parliament Hill. So a reminder, the snowfall warning continues to be in place for Ottawa and pretty much most of eastern Ontario. This is expected to continue into the evening, but will weaken as we approach the midnight hour. Now, taking a look at temperatures, still will remain cool as well, staying below seasonal. The anticipated daytime high for our Friday will be about minus 11, but factor in that wind chill is going to feel closer. It's about minus 16 and minus 18. The good news is we will get a break from the snow with mainly sunny skies that will take up our Friday, but by Friday evening into our Saturday, we are anticipating more snow. So that in a little bit. In the Seaway, snow still continues to fall, minus 16 degrees. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, daytime high minus 8. And then in the valley, clear conditions for the overnight. So really is capping off not much of the snow at this moment for Pembroke as well as Petawawa. Minus 21 though, so still temperatures cold. Sunny skies for tomorrow, the daytime high minus 12 degrees. So we mentioned that Friday, most of it will be clear, but by Friday evening, the clouds are going to start to move in. Then we're going to get more snow that will take us into our Saturday. So not much as we are getting for today, but snow will be sticking around well until early next week. Temperatures, though, the good news, we will get back to seasonal conditions, even a little bit warmer, closer to the freezing mark. Saturday, daytime high minus 3. Sunday, minus 4 will be the daytime high, but those temperatures overnight will still remain in the minus double-digit temperatures. And are you ready to tackle your home projects? Well, find hundreds of trusted experts at the Ottawa Home and Remodeling Show on from January 29th to February 1st at the EY Centre. We have your chance to win big. Win 4 tickets to the show, plus one lucky winner will win the grand prize. A package that includes a $2,500 rather in gift cards, 4 tickets to the Ottawa Home and Remodeling Show, and a meet and greet with Sarah Richardson. All you have to do is head over to ctvottawa.ca to enter now. Good luck for the contest. Now, again, the snow continuing to fall here in downtown Ottawa and pretty much for most of the Ontario, or Ottawa, I should say. So stay out there, you safe on the roads as well. Stefan, we'll take it back to you in studio.
All right, thank you for this, Jackie. Appreciate it.
These clinics will train family medicine residents in a team-based model alongside other healthcare professionals.
Coming up, the province prescribing a new cash flow to get the number of family physicians up. More on the doctor training clinics shortly. If you need gas this evening, one of today's cheapest gas prices can be found at the Petro-Canada station on Terry Fox Drive in Kanata. Regular gas there is listed at 114.9 cents a litre.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Here's another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. The current temperature is minus 16. It is windy, so at times it will feel more like minus 26. Here's what we're working on for 6 o'clock.
We do expect this storm to transition to lighter snow around 10 p.m. this evening.
The capital region is in the grips of the biggest winter storm of the season, and it's not done yet. City crews are working to plow the roads as soon as possible, but say residential streets will take longer to get to.
This season has been a great season. Lots of snow, cold temperatures, great snow, lots and lots of great snow.
All this snow, great news for ski hills. We're out at Camp Fortune with those embracing this heavy dose of winter weather.
Once we got the franchise was to oversee the building project and build the Palladium.
And marking a major milestone for the largest stadium in the capital, home to the Ottawa Senators, and the site of countless concerts, events, and memorable moments over 3 decades. Now, the final 5 other stories we're following today. The Ford government is pledging $8 million to help train more family doctors.
These clinics will train family medicine residents in a team-based model alongside other healthcare professionals, such as nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and registered nurses.
The move is part of the goal to connect some 2 million Ontarians to a family physician by the year 2029. And now the province says the aim is to have 16 teaching clinics ready in 2027-2028 school year, with a promise of more to come. Starting today, Ottawa police are now providing text updates for some emergency and non-emergency calls. Text updates will be sent for calls where there is no immediate threat to life or crime in progress. Texts from police will confirm that calls were received, outline next steps, provide case numbers, and inform callers of potential delays to the police response. It's another legal blow to the city of Ottawa in its multi-million-dollar battle with the federal government over payments for buildings. The government gives the city payments in lieu of taxes for federal buildings here in the capital. The city was fighting the government over a reduction in the payments during the pandemic. The Federal Court of Appeal has now dismissed the city's appeal and ordered it to pay $10,000 to cover legal costs. The only option the city has left is to take its fight to the Supreme Court.
2-on-1 for the Senators. Brady Tkachuk keeps shoots. Scores!
A huge win for the Sens on the road last night in New York City, and that was Captain Brady Tkachuk's 200th career goal. The Sens took a bite out of the Big Apple's New York Rangers, finishing the game with a final score of 8-4. The Sens play next at home this Saturday against Montreal.
Hanging out with my buddies on the hill.
Finally for us, all this snow means classic winter fun for some. The Toboggan Hill in Kanata, a bit quiet this afternoon, but these friends were out making the most of the accumulating snow to see how far down the hill their sleds would take them. Oh, to be a kid again. That is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan Keys. Be sure to join us for CTV News at 6. The early edition of National starts now.